audio. All right, I was trying to find the other day. I was trying to find like a funny picture to come back to, and this is the best I could come up with, the best I could find online. Um, ah, hey, perfect timing.
Standing room only.
See,
He's squeezing over there. We're
crushed velvet on today?
something.
Huh? I like
You
that.
know,
You know. Hugh Hefner.
Was it a Christmas present from someone? Okay, let's get rolling here. Couple things to go over, and then we can go through. Aaron can go through with you guys who we need to file for, evictions that slip through the crack, and possession and things like that. Okay, so we always start with kind of new hires and new people. We actually haven't brought anyone on since our last meeting, which is good. And over the next 6 months, hiring should slow down a little bit. We made a pretty big push at the end of last year to kind of build up our staff of property managers. So there should hopefully be a little normalcy over the next 6 months. I do know in the next 30 to 60 days, we're looking for at least one more property manager and one office person, just so you know. And I guess while we're mentioning it, we want to get Kristen into Lancaster County and have someone that lives up in Lebanon actually be the Lebanon property manager. So that's the plan. Kirsten, I forgot about that was your birthday, so happy late
Thanks.
birthday. How'd it go?
Good.
Yeah, did you go out or anything?
Just for lunch.
21st birthday, you go out for lunch. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I guess you got the rest of your life now to go to bars, so that's good. All right, 2017. Let's we got some pretty big goals here as a company. The main goal is to bring on 1,200 units next year. Right now we're at like 900, almost 900. Well, 800 and some change, I guess, is the official number. But we think we'll get there. Just so you know, this current year, our goal is to bring on 600 units, and I think we brought on like 605 units. So we hit our goal last year. We plan to do it again this year. Okay. Did you have a chance to update that at all, Aaron? The vacancies?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
It actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, I wanted to just take a look at our Slate House Group vacancies. I want to make this kind of a new norm that we just briefly look at this, make sure we're all on the same page with it. Okay, so these are the only ones that kind of jump out to me. Dennis, we already talked about the basement, but that's kind of a unique one. I guess let's just continue doing what we're doing. Be a little more flexible with the last month rent. And then this one down here, Salem Ave, that's Devon's. That's she's not here, so there's really nothing to say other than it's a really tough street, and if we need to lower the rent, let's do it. But 53 days is too long to be sitting there. These other ones all seem fine.
condition of that's as good as it's gonna be.
Salem, were you in there? Yeah. Okay.
I've tried to get into most of them, Devon's and mine.
That's right. Yeah, I can't keep thinking York is Devon. I gotta remember there's two of you there now. So what do you think? Can we get it rented at that price, or do you think we should lower it a little bit? Or?
I had 2 showings scheduled last week, and neither one showed up.
Yeah.
And it's just a street. I mean, like the house next door is boarded up. House across the street's boarded up.
Yeah.
It's just tough.
All right. Well, we'll see what we can do. How about Mike? How's the Berry Hill? I saw an application.
Yeah, I got a couple of them. They just either had evictions.
Yeah. All right. All right. Well, hopefully now that we're into 2017, we'll get some more interest just in general on our vacant properties. We'll We'll see. All right. Hold on. I just noticed this. Just make sure it's listed. Are these listed, Aaron?
Yes, they are all listed.
Okay. Cool.
Well, all but the last one because we haven't closed yet.
Oh, right. I just meant these three right here.
Yes,
You
those
feel
three are
good?
listed. Yeah.
There's actually one on that North Queen Street, the new ones that
Uh-huh.
we just took on.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's vacant or if it's not ours, but there's one that nobody's there.
Well, there's the whole row,
Right.
and then there's one that they did not buy.
Oh,
It was
okay.
like 403,
Okay, 'cause
I
then
think.
I think that might be vacant.
Yeah, I have no idea why they bought like 7 in a row,
And it
but
is, because that's actually not to completely
Yeah.
interrupt, but the tenants were asking me, are there new owners or are we just new property managers?
new owners.
Okay, good.
Yeah, the problem with that, the last owner like switched property management companies, then sold
I know,
it.
I
Then
know him well.
oh, okay.
I know like him personally.
Oh, okay.
That's why I was wondering if it was a new owner. And
Yeah,
this will be night and day from what they were experiencing with him.
good, because the new owners were a lot apprehensive about like how another transition with new property managers would go. Like, are the tenants going to be frustrated? Like, oh, here we go again.
When you dealt with these individuals, you would
Yeah.
understand completely.
Okay. Okay. Let's jump down here. This is same. Number 3 is the same as last week or last meeting. Just want to emphasize that. If it's, let's see, well, anything under 600, remember to get last month rent, and it must be approved by Aaron. If it's over 600, you're using your best judgment along with input from the owner. Okay, points of emphasis for January. Fill those vacancies. We have a crap ton of vacancies right now. So hopefully people are, ready to move, and they know they're getting their income tax returns back here in hopefully 30 days or so. So they're going to start scheduling showings. We'll see. Contest. So what we want to do is we're going to track. And this is, Aaron's going to kind of run the show on this, but we want to just give a little extra incentive for you to get these things rented out. We're going to have 2 winners, $125 to each. What we're going to do is whoever rents out the most or leases out the most units in the month of January gets $125. And then also the person that rents out the highest percentage of units. So,
For instance, some people have a lot more. Bree's probably got the most right now. A lot of vacancies, while others only have a handful.
Yeah.
So, one to the person who rents the most units, and then the other who rents the highest percentage of the units that are vacant in their portfolio. Does that make sense?
right. So, yeah, Bree's the winner so far, or at least the longest list. Now, I think some of these aren't actually, they're not actually vacant.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to each one of you individually because what we're going with too is it's going to be based on vacancies that are rentable. I know that some of you have some that are vacant, but they're being worked on, they're not advertised, etc. So I'll go through with each of you individually so we can narrow down your list and get it exact.
So I hope, so you got $250 on the line. For me, that would make me want to win that $250. But if the $250 doesn't do it for you, hopefully you're a competitive person and you just want to beat the person next to you, and you can come in here and kind of make fun of them. Or you don't want to come in here and be like, oh crap, I only rented out 2 last month and look stupid in front of everyone. So I don't know what motivates you, but hopefully either money or competition or public shame. One of the 3. So, yeah.
We'll call out the person who does the worst.
Yeah.
But you look. It's a little intimidating just when you think of it company wide here. How many vacancies we have? Devon's only has 9, so that's not too bad for her. Who else was? In general, we like to. When you have more than 10, we start getting a little nervous. And you look at the list here, just about everyone is either pushing 10, close to 10, or has more. But okay, so does that sound good? and that's really, you know, the biggest goal here of January, and then the biggest goal of February, just so you know, will be getting all the delinquencies handled, because this is always the worst month of the year because people spend all their money on Christmas gifts and they're waiting for their tax money to come back in February. So I'm sure mid-month we'll have a fun meeting. Okay, so that's oh, and then the other point of emphasis is just customer service company wide. We spent a lot of time last year going through policies, procedures, but I think we may have not talked as much about customer service and just being friendly and how to answer a phone. And most of you do a great job with this, but I just, you know, we're just thinking at a high level, we don't do any formal training at all. I've never even been trained on what good customer service is. So I'm going to educate myself a little bit. You know, I think I have good customer service. I have common sense, but maybe I don't. So I figure I'll educate myself, and then we'll kind of trickle that down to you guys, make sure we're all on the same page. We're doing surveys. We sent out, just so you know, we sent out surveys to all your tenants and all your owners, and we're going to see what the response is. So far, there's been some great stuff, and then there's been some not so great stuff, which is to be expected. You're never going to make all 100% of your tenants happy or owners, but we'll kind of give you that feedback next meeting. Okay. And then this is kind of a repeat again of just remember you want to do your vacancies, pull your vacancies every day, check them out, pull reports on maintenance, make sure you don't have things sitting there that somehow got added that you didn't know about, and then just stay on top of your delinquencies. Know who, you know, I probably should be able to tell you, ask you who are you evicting, and you should be able to rattle off the 5 to 10 people that are, you know, in proceedings right now. But that's nothing new. All right, and that's about all that I really wanted to go over with you in the beginning here, and then Aaron can kind of take it from here with landlord tenants that need complaints that need to be filed / other landlord tenant complaints that already were filed that need to be followed up on. Sound good?
Mhm.
Okay. What do